Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm going to show you a few things about how to safely release a horse to all gaits: walk, trot, lope, gallop, back down transitions to a stop, and even a backup, just by releasing the rope off the back of your hand, which is what we call a simple release, or through a full release. I'll show you how to do this. And just for convenience sake, we're using this horse right here. It's not going to be too challenging, okay? So I'll tie a simple bowline right here to the bottom of his halter knot. Very cooperative fellow. And I'm going to be able to show you how we take a simple twist in the rope around the back of the hand. This is not to be confused with wrapping the rope around your hand or wrapping the rope on any part of your body. Okay? Now, when I'm working a horse on the ground, I generally have the rope coming out the back of my hand. Okay, right like that. So in this case, with the rope in my right hand, my horse would be going to the right, and I would be looking behind the horse, not at his body, not running at his body, and not blocking him by staring at him. Okay? My leading hand would be here. My supporting hand is here, where I have my extra rope, so that I have to, if I want to have him go faster, I'm going to be thinking in terms of how much rope does he need. Not how much crowding can I give him to make him leave me, but how much release can I give him to let him know that he may leave, and as I liven up my body, he knows he has enough room to do what I'm asking. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to build from just lunging a horse simply this way to putting a simple release into your rope that will let him know it's time to pick up the pace or get his head off the grass or pay attention to you in some other way. Okay? So we would go from here, turn your hand over like that, and you put a twist there. We are not talking about wrapping. We are not talking about doing anything other than doing that. Okay? And you go back and you lunge your horse regularly with the rope coming out the back. So you just turn your hand over, you take a twist here, you pick that up with your fingers and drop it. And then you go back to holding your rope. That may seem like a lot of extra work, but I think if you give this a little try when you got yourself hooked up to thunder there, I think you'll find out that this small way of doing things, a very inoffensive way to ask a horse to get ready for a transition up or down, is really a nice thing, okay? So make sure you understand that what I'm doing here, I'm holding the rope, I bring it over the back of my hand, I pick it up with my finger, and I drop it. Over the back of the hand, pick it up and drop it. Do not mistake this with any type of wrap, any type of squeezing or coiling or this or anything. Nothing ever that you cannot let go of. Okay? Always be ready to drop your rope rather than get dragged or pulled around or a body part caught. Okay? Super important. It's very important to understand that that is a dangerous thing to do, to wrap your hand like this. N-O, ne, nicht. You can use whatever language you want. Don't do that. That is not what we're talking about, because you can't release a thing. 1, 2, here, drop. Now, Luann, if you can get that, if you can focus right here on the effect that that drop has. This is the bottom of our halter right here. So I'm going to do it this way so that you can see what happens when I drop that off the back of my hand. All right. So I'm going to let this go off the back of my hand here. That little sensation there is enough to go right through the horse's body and into his mind, right through his body down to his feet. All right? There's no doubt about it. You experiment with it, you'll see. Try having someone hold the rope that you're holding, or you hold the rope for them, and you'll see how much feel there is, particularly if you're using a good rope, okay? A lot of these ropes get kind of stiff and kind of tired, and they start being difficult to handle. There's not the ropes are cheap enough that you can replace them quickly, and you should. Okay, if you can't tie a rope easily, you shouldn't be having it on your horse. So, what happens if you need more? Let's say that your horse, you need more rope out for your horse. Okay, you're lunging along like this, and you say, "Oh my goodness, look what's happening." Now, how would you let that horse know to go more quickly? You would want a hand, you would want in this hand right here, to convey 2 loops. Okay, so if I want this horse to gallop, rather than charge him or use a flag or a stick or a whip, if I drop that and that, a well-educated horse is going to understand that he's got that much room to move. He's going to speed up and know that he's not going to get caught up in a tight line on his head. Okay? So, when I'm lunging a horse just around, if I'm about to liven him up, I'm going to go here and bring myself a coil to drop to him. Okay? When that drops out, off he goes. You're looking behind him as you should be instead of blocking him with core energy in your line of sight. That baby's going to fly.
Even a beginner can do this, because Leslie's only showed me this once. So you change your hands, you roll it over the back of your hand, you drop it, and then you change your hand. So you want to be sure and practice this with your horse before you go out there. So you change your hands, you roll over the back of your hand so you can drop it, and you can go back and change.